Hi everyone, I'm Tony Jackson. Here is your weekly reading for the 5th to the 11th of March 2018. For this week's reading, I've actually been guided to use the Past Life Oracle cards from Doreen Virtue and Brian Weiss. Very interesting card deck to work with past lives. And I was also given a little bit of guidance for us to work with to heal our past lives. So it's not always necessary that we actually recall or remember the past life to heal it, like the details of the past life, but sometimes it is. So what my guides actually showed me that I want to share with you is that what we often think in relation to past lives, that it's actually in the past. So from a linear time perspective, we see the past life as being years ago, centuries ago in the past, which kind of makes us take our mind to the past to actually get a reference point from that past life. But what they actually said was there's another perspective of past lives where you actually feel like the past life or the actual past life, because everything is happening now. It's kind of a little bit hard to get your head around, but everything is happening now. So from the now perspective, which means that past life is actually happening now on a different level or different frequency, you can actually access the past life from the now perspective, but it's actually on a different level or frequency, as I just said. So the healing would be to actually ask your soul to choose the past life that needs healing now. So once you think that it's actually happening now, it feels like it's going to be a different healing or a different reference point than actually taking your mind back in time as such. So, which is kind of will end up being the same thing. It's just from a different perspective. So from the linear perspective, you're going back in time and recalling the past life. But from the now perspective, which kind of feels more powerful, you're actually accessing the past life, but it's just on a different level of frequency from the now. So you actually think, okay, the past life is actually happening now. I ask my soul to choose the past life that needs healing from the now perspective. So the actual vibrations and energy from that past life that needs healing is actually now. And you will be feeling that emotion now. So any emotions or energies or nervous feelings or whatever could be that your soul is actually referencing some of that past life now, and you may not need to necessarily, and it may then begin to clear some negative emotions from your life now. So in that way, it's not something that's been stored from the past that's affecting you. It's actually a vibration or an energy or an emotion or something that you're actually referencing now. Kind of the same but different. So we're actually going to do a healing by asking our soul to connect to the past life from the now perspective that's affecting us now and needs healing. So let's do that. What we need to say is, well, we've kind of already said it, it's my free will and choice to ask my soul to connect to the past life from the now perspective. It's my free will and choice to ask my soul to connect to the past life from the now perspective. So it's going on a different vibration in the now. I ask my soul to connect to the past life from the now perspective. It's my free will and choice to release the fear or energies or emotions from that past life to the light. Let's do it again. I ask my soul to choose the past life that's affecting me from the now perspective. It's my free will and choice to allow the soul then to clear that from my now perspective. So the soul's choosing it and the soul's clearing it. We just need to give permission for that to happen. It's my free will and choice to clear all past lives that are affecting me now to the light. We can just say, soul, clear the past lives and send them to the light on all levels in all directions of time. I feel that's all we need to do. It's just a different reference point for the past life. So I feel a little bit of fear connected to that too. But if we say free will and choice, I've got a sense that there's something blocking. Let me just see if I can tune into that. Archangel Raphael, please heal any fears that are stopping us from connecting to that healing. That's what it is. Archangel, if you've got a fear of actually doing the healing, then whatever we say is not going to work. Therefore, I'm calling in the Archangel Raphael to clear any fears of actually accessing that past life, which may be another fear from the past life. But let's just say, Archangel Raphael, I call on you now to release any fears or blocks of healing my past life. Then once that's gone, I ask my soul to connect to the past life in the now perspective. It's my free will and choice to allow my soul to connect to the past life in the now perspective and release it to the light. So you're releasing the past life energies to the light. On all levels, in all directions of time. Some people say in all time, space and dimensions, because there's probably a little bit more going on than we realise. I feel that's enough for now. I feel that's going to give us a little bit of insight, a little bit of awareness of how actually the past life healing can work in a different way. I've also got a wonderful past life workshop coming up on the 18th of March in Wagga Wagga, New South Wales at the Glenfield Community Centre. So I will put the link to that events page. If you want to come along, you're most welcome. I'm going to choose a card from the Past Life Oracle cards. I think I've already shown you. And as I usually do with my card decks, I place the cards to my heart chakra. I visualize a nice light coming down through the cards, spinning around the cards. It helps you to vibrationally connect to your cards, down through the chakras, out through the heart chakra, around your cards, white light or just a bright light, spinning around the cards. You can use violet or another colour, but I often use a vibrant white light. Asking that light, visualising the light coming around the cards, helping you to vibrationally connect to the cards and use the cards as vibrational tools, which actually helps you to gain more insight into the messages that you need to receive. I ask that the card I choose is for the highest good for everybody involved. And what these cards, it kind of tunes you into the past life that needs healing. So it may be more general, where we all may need to do a little bit of healing on the past life that comes up. I might read it out of the guidebook when we pick the card. Just once again, I ask that the card I choose be for the highest good for everybody that's watching. Highest good at a soul level. I'm going to pick one out of the middle. Egypt. We may all have a little bit of connections with Egypt. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the message in the guidebook. We may have all connected to an Egyptian past life already from the now perspective. This card signals that a significant past life in Egypt, which relates to your present situation and question. So it might be relating to what we all did. When a negative pattern stubbornly refuses to heal, its roots are often buried in a lifetime beyond the conscious memory. Fortunately, you can access and heal this issue. Like gardening, you can eliminate vestiges of the past by pulling them out at the roots. If you're drawn to Egyptian culture or travel, you most likely had a positive experience in their lifetime there. You may wish to explore the belief systems of Egypt to tap into ancient memories. Much of Egyptian spirituality involved astronomy, I think that's meant to say. Yeah, astronomy and astrology. So stargazing can help you trigger insights and recollections by looking at the stars. On the other hand, if the thought of traveling to Egypt is frightening to you, or you have negative feelings about its culture or spirituality, you may have deep-seated fears associated with your lifetime there. This is fairly common, as many traumas occurred in the land in ancient times. Working with a qualified past life therapist or a regression audio can help you heal and heal old toxic energies. So that's very interesting, isn't it? So let me just tune in. I think that's just in addition to the healing that we're doing, it may guide you in that direction to heal some Egyptian past lives. So let me see if we need to do anything else, because that may be all what we needed to do, was actually realize that you can have a kind of linear perspective from your past life, where you're actually thinking back in the past and you're bringing it forward, or you're accessing your past life, as we said, from the now perspective. So it's actually happening now, it's just on a different frequency. Let me just tune in and see if I need to do anything else before we go. I think that's all for now. I did attempt to do this video this week live, but I couldn't get all the little bits and pieces live, so I put it together now and made the weekly video for now. I've still got my relationships video available that it's my first downloadable video on demand. Downloadable video is available on Vimeo. I'll put the link there if you want to purchase that. It's about, I think, $12 Australian or $9 or $10 US. It's available now to download. Very good, very powerful healing on that. I think we're done. I think they just wanted to use the past life reference point, a familiarity with the different ways you can actually look at the past. So that's interesting, isn't it? Because I guess in some ways it's not actually the past. So I think we're done for this week. Lovely to spend this time with you. I'm excited about the 18th and the past life workshop. I'm going to leave you here now. I'll leave my webpage if you wanted to make a booking for a private healing session, and you can do that through my webpage. I'll leave my email address. I'll leave the link to the past life workshop and the Vimeo on demand, the latest relationship healing. So that's all we have for this week. Lovely to spend this time with you, and I'll look forward to seeing you in next week's reading. Bye for now.